So fresh and so clean. Man, I can't wait my downpipe get here this week.
From humble beginning, the most I rise. Hail King Selassie and burn them likewise. Now bow to them system when I promote life. I love conquer all to survive. The youth inside the lion of King Judah's tribe. And hail the king of Ethiopian pride.
Put my battery back in so I can put my windows down. I already ran my power wire for my amp. Get all that stuff out the way. Get all that stuff out the way early in the game. So I have to go back to it. Nothing major, but just a little bit of sound. But I got these outside sweeps out. So yeah. Got these outside sweeps out, man. So I'm about to get to that. This is gonna have to get sanded back down and repainted. So let's see what we can get going on today. I'm gonna get back with you in a minute. What up, YouTube? Your boy super excited today, man. Super excited. I got my 3-inch downpipe in for the GN. It's about to go down. About to mark everything up, man. I just went and watched this video on YouTube. I gotta put the link in the description too. But he got the same aftermarket headers I got, and he kind of showed me how to resolve some of the issues with the oxygen sensor and the up pipe going into the turbo. So I'm about to get into that, man. But yeah, but here we go. G body parts, 3-inch downpipe. So y'all already know, man. Just looking at this right here, I got a 2.5-inch exhaust, but you know I'm going to the 3-inch. So I got a brand new 2.5-inch exhaust that yeah, I will be getting that. That's basically new. So we will be getting that up out of here. So yeah, I'm starting mocking this up to see what to make it do what it do, man. That's really the only thing that's really holding me up from this car being roadworthy and rolling for the cosmetic stuff, paint and all that stuff. You know what I mean? But the mechanics of it is fine except for that. So we got to get that real quick. About to mock this up, get back to it, show y'all what we doing. So y'all know messing with cars ain't never easy. So what we got? So when we took off the downpipe, right, the original downpipe, I want to say it was about a 2-inch, maybe 2.5. Doubt it, but I think it's about 2 inches because 2.5 is bigger than what, actually I believe it was a 2.5 inch. But anyway, so what we got, the problem is this cover over these AC lines needs to be removed. I don't think I'm gonna remove it. I think I'm just gonna cut it down with like so. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and get to that because I'm not about to pull all this stuff out to get this mess out, man. I really just cut that joint because it's only keeping it down maybe about a 1/2 inch. And if I can move this part of it, that should give me all the clearance I need. And then I want to keep this here anyway because it's basically a heat shield, and this is a lot of heat coming through here. So I want to keep most of this as I possibly can. So that's what I'm doing now. I just ran into that issue when I tried to mock up the downpipe. So I'm gonna go in here and get to working on that. So we're done with the mock-up. Everything is, I followed the guy suggestion on the Buick Grand National and actually worked. So I ended up putting 3 heat gaskets in here to get me to where I need to be. So this lines up for the most part. The oxygen sensor, the AC is still sit on the oxygen sensor. Now what I attempted to do was I was gonna have that bong move, but what I'm going to do is, because this will come up, so what I'm gonna do is I went and got a shorter belt. Just get a shorter belt, and that might work. That belt was too short, so I got to take that back to Summit and get the get a little bit longer belt, because the belt that came on it was about an inch to a half inch too long. So with that one, it fits fine. I mean, it would fit if I could get it around, but I would have to do some things to get it around. But we'll see. I might be able to make some adjustments if I move a bracket and see if I can get it. I'm figuring things out as I go along. If I move this bracket and put this on and then put the AC back on, that might work. Well, maybe not. But anyway, that's where we at with that, man. So I'm about to shoot back up at the summit and get everything else dialed in, because once I do that, then I could fire her up. She ready to go, and I could check for the leaks and everything and see where I have any leaks at, any exhaust leaks, because everything else is right and exact. So we're gonna get on the summit and grab the belt, get the belt on. Once I get the belt on, then I'll come back and I'll go back and tighten everything in, lock everything in, and put the gaskets and everything in. Because actually, I'm gonna have to pull that header off and put the gasket in it, because I don't have the gasket in it. So yeah, so that's what we got going on for today. The gasket for the header. I'll get back with you. What's going on? We back at it in the morning time. Gloomy day out here today, raining, but it's cool. So we're gonna get at it. So I mocked everything up. I'll run y'all through this real quick, because I made some videos before when I didn't, have the information, or I sat back and thought about what I could do to get around some problems I thought I had. So I watched the video. Shout out to Crash and Burn. He got the Grand Nationals and he doing this thing over there. And I actually got the info from him on how to adjust one situation. And when I did that, I just figured out on my own how to adjust the AC compressor. So you see now I got the AC compressor with the belt in. And that belt is kind of loose now, so now I'm gonna have to go back and see what's going on with that. So I'm gonna have to readjust that here in a second. So but yeah, that was the issue before. I think I know what happened when I tightened up the headers all the way, which I thought I had them flush, but I tightened them all the way, that evidently the oxygen sensor, which is right here up under here, which is what was the problem, push the AC compressor back up, and that loosened up the belt. So I'm gonna have to undo these screws and see if I can bring it. Well, yeah, because I didn't tighten them up. So that's on me. Yeah, that's what happened. I didn't tighten up the screws when I did that on the mock-up last night. So I just adjust that, bring that back, and that'll tighten that belt up. But the issue, like on Crash and Burn, his issue was the bracket. The oxygen sensor couldn't clear the bracket, excuse me, and he cut off or shaved off part of the bracket. On his car, I didn't see he was running AC compressor, so the bracket was blocking his. On mine, it's not the bracket, it was the actual AC compressor itself. So I just got a shorter belt, because the AC compressor came all the way out here. So I just got a shorter belt to bring it up more, because you see, before I was having to dial it in back here, but now it's up here. So I got the shorter belt so I can clear the oxygen sensor. That was the one issue. The other issue was the up pipe. There was space in between here, so I thought I was gonna have to cut the pipe and get a piece to put in it. But listening to him, I just went and got 2 more heat gaskets or exhaust gaskets to put here, and it flushed right on up. I didn't even have to clock the turbo, because I think he said he clocked his turbo to bring that space in. I didn't even have to clock the turbo. I just got the extra exhaust gasket. So I'm gonna see how that works. It should work because it's a gasket, so it should work properly when I bolt everything back up. But this is the mock-up. I had to take this shield out. Like I said before, I had to take the shield out because this downpipe would not fit with the shield. The shield covered the AC lines here. So what I did was I went and got some heat shield to put over the AC lines, because I didn't, I'm just Didn't know if the heat would get too hot to rupture them or cause an issue with my AC, because I got to have AC. I'm in Georgia, baby. I got to have some AC. You know what I'm saying? And I also went and got exhaust wrap for it. So not really concerned with down there. I might put more down there to keep some heat out the bay, but my main concern was the AC lines. So, and back here we also have more AC lines. So I'm gonna put some on this pipe coming up, and I may put some on the up pipe going into the turbo. But on the old, or the factory up pipe, you had a metal mesh. I believe that acted as a heat shield as well. So I'm just going to put that back, and you see I put some more cover over my spark plug wires, because these cars get pretty hot. But as you can see, everything is pretty much dialed in and mocked up for putting the rest of the exhaust on the car. And really, I'm not gonna really do the exhaust because I have to order new exhaust, because I have the 2.5-inch custom exhaust pipes mufflers. So I'm just going with the I'm gonna go with the GM1 stainless steel cat back 3-inch exhaust, which I can put all that stuff in myself. And I'm also going with a high flow cat, because running these cars with no cats, I mean, it kills some of your power, but I'd rather lose some power than every time I get in my car after I got fresh to death and I smell like exhaust fumes, kill all my cologne. Pay too much for cologne to get it killed by the exhaust fumes. Same thing with that one over there. The that has no cats on it. I'm putting cats on that too, and rims on order for that. I'm going with a different thing. I'll get y'all some game on that later, but that's in another video. But yeah, so I'm about to put everything back together on this, tightening these clamps up, and we're gonna fire up, man, because I put the new, see, I got this is the old head to the downpipe, this the up pipe, the extra gaskets in there. So yeah, I got a new ported throttle body too. So when I haven't had the car turned on since I bought the throttle body, so I'm gonna have to adjust the IAC and all that. So when I fire it up, it's probably gonna run crazy for a minute, and then I'll adjust that. Let the chip adjust, because the car's been off for almost a year. So actually over a year, and let the chip adjust, do everything I got to do to get it dialed in, man. So I can get everything pulled out, get this exhaust put on, and get these seats taken to the upholstery shop. Then after that, go off to the paint. Turned out pretty good. Yeah, so I put some gasket sealer on the underpipe. I got the underpipe installed. Everything lined up perfectly on the underpipe. So I don't think I have any issues with the exhaust. The clamps came down pretty good. These are pretty snug. Everything is snug. Underpipe. The only thing I got to do is put the end of the downpipe, which has the where I could put the dump valve if I wanted to, but I don't think I'm gonna do all that. But I got that just in case that's something I'm gonna do in the future for shits and giggles. But yeah, it's looking pretty decent around. So tomorrow I'm gonna fire it up, let everything set with the gasket stuff, and fire it up tomorrow. And that way I'll be able to tune the car in, because of the ported throttle body that I added a few months back. So we're gonna get all this lined up, man, and get back to this interior. Interior's coming along. Got most of my parts for it. So only thing I have to do with the interior really is recover the center console and go get these seats done. And then the interior be pretty much complete. Yeah, and get these this weather strip. These weather strips definitely got to get done. So those will be coming out here soon. And actually I need to order that stuff. I need to go ahead and order that stuff tonight, actually. So when I get my seats and everything in, because I want to make sure no water gets inside this car when I'm done with everything. So I spent way too much money on this stuff. Way too much money. But Like one of the viewers was watching, and he was like, "Hey, you know, I'm gonna build a budget car." Like my guy told me, you can't put Grand National and budget in the same sentence. And that's real. I'm three years in. So much freaking money is crazy. But as you can see, everything up under here has been touched. Now I wanted to go with the electric, and I'm gonna go with the electric fans. The only thing about going with electric fans is once I pull this off, I'm gonna have about from here back there, from here all the way to the pulley system of free space, and that's gonna look crazy. But anyway, that's what I got going on. So I'm gonna let everything set tonight. Get back with you guys tomorrow and let you know what the car sound like. It's not gonna have mufflers and everything. Then I got to pull the old exhaust off and get my cats and all that. But anyway, I'm gonna holler at you guys tomorrow. What up, YouTube? You know it ain't never gonna be easy for your boy. But look, I fired it up. You know, as I anticipated, it was the throttle wasn't set, so the RPMs was super high. But the issue is two issues, nothing major, but two issues. There's gonna be more of an issue. Got to pull all this stuff back out. But anyway, so one, I have a leak in the exhaust here at this clamp, so I have to remedy that. So I got to pull that out. I also have a leak around the downpipe gasket. Those are only two leaks that I noticed so far. But the issue is I'm getting a lot of where's my light? Right here. I got so much stuff going on. I keep saying I don't think about it. So I pick this day on camera up, but I need to get a flashlight. It's in my pocket. I need to get a flashlight for this GoPro. So what I had was I wiped it up because I didn't want it to seep through the cracks to get on my garage floor. But you see that it's a lot of oil. So oil was shooting out of my downpipe. Right, all back up under here is oily, all back there. So the issue is when what happened was I installed a new drain pipe. So it's a pipe that comes up under here and goes down to the crankcase. So when I feel back behind here, I feel that the line that comes from the turbo to the crankcase has a crimp in it. So that's what's causing the oil to back up and shoot out the downpipe. So I had to pull the turbo out. That's gonna be fun. Pull the turbo out, pull the downpipe off. I gotta pull the downpipe off again anyway. So I can address those leaks on the downpipe and get that crank out. Once I get the crank out, then she should run well. But I'm still kind of skeptical on that turbo because I don't notice any exhaust leaks, but it doesn't give me the sound that I'm actually looking for. But anyway, we'll get to that once we get everything else dialed all the way in. So that's what I got to do, but I'm not doing that today. Today I'm gonna work on getting these door panels done. I got my trim, so I'm about to put those on. Work on this interior a little bit. Graduation night for my daughter, so that's what I'm really focused on, is getting some of this stuff done this morning. Then get on graduation, then relax for a week or so, and then come back. So I'm probably end this video here, start out with another video down the line so I can get this video up for the guys that are interested in it. And that's that, man. So yeah, when you're replacing that drain line, because the thing is with the factory drain lines, it's a metal pipe that you have to line up properly and stick down in that hole. The issue is once you can't see back there, so it's extremely hard with the water hose, the heat hoses, all that, the water coolant lines. I'm sorry, all that's in the way. So you have to even if you pull all that out, you still can't see it, right? So because you're trying to line the turbo up, and the turbo is in the way of seeing and lining it up, so you kind of have to get lucky. So when I bought the car, it was drained. I didn't line it up all the way, so it was draining. It was on the knot. It was on the end, but it wasn't already in the hole. So I tried to put some RTV on it, and that didn't work. So G-Body sells a kit that you could use to put the AND line on it and all that. But evidently, I didn't cut the line short enough, and there's a crimp in it. So I'm going to have to pull all this out, cut the line off a little bit, and then put it back on and go from there. Now the issue with that is when you cut the line short, then you have to have the turbo damn near on the, you know what I mean, damn near on the line to get it back on the little nozzle that goes into the crankcase. So it's going to be a job. So I'm gonna figure it out, or I might have to put it on the crankcase and then put it on the bottom of the turbo as I line the turbo. The problem is you just can't see nothing, and then this plate here has to come out. It's just a lot. So I'm not doing that today, but just want to note that for any of you guys that do some of these upgrades, this is some of the stuff that you're looking at. But other than that, let's see, the car fired right on up. Idle smooth, everything's good on that end. It was just the oil coming out of the downpipe, and this car has been on almost a year and a half, and it fired right on up. 2 tries, you know. So that's it for the day. I'm gonna get this uploaded and I'm gonna holler at you guys. Peace out. Back at YouTube. Got that turbo pulled out. So the issue, like I said before, when I fired the car up, it was shooting oil out of the downpipe. That's because this drain pipe on the back of the turbo, it was cramped like that, and that was stopping the oil from coming out. So the oil was backing up and shooting out of the downpipe. So I pulled that out. This was from a kit that I got from G-Body, but I cut the AND line too short and figured I could compensate with this heater hose, but AND line doesn't crimp like that. You see what I'm saying? So that's the situation with that. So now I'm about to shoot up here to Summit and get some more AND line, because this AND line is what I use for this hose to my Hydro Boost. All right, so that's the kind of line I need. It's harder line and it doesn't cramp like that. The issue is going to be lining the AND line up to the turbo, up the turbo back in. The turbo and the oil's coming out of here, so I'm letting it drain out a little bit. That's more oil. So it's a lot of oil. It's more oil than I thought it was. So I'm gonna run some more cleaner through it, and let's get back with you guys in a second.